we stand in full solidarity with all peoples and nations of the world so far affected by the pandemic. Nations of the world have to stand together as one. Already, many lives have been lost. Many more people have succumbed or are unwell. Precious resources are being diverted towards the control and containment of the pandemic. We are under no illusion that what befalls our global neighbors today may eventually hit us and also affect our communities tomorrow. We thus must join hands with the rest of the world in tackling this pandemic collectively, even before it crosses our own border. We have to take preventive steps and all precautions that are necessary. We have to be ready with remedial interventions in case of actual outbreaks. Indeed, we have to have a national response plan for containing the pandemic once it reaches us. Dear Zimbabweans, what makes the problem even more challenging is that more still needs to be known about the virus, whose spread within and between communities, countries, regions, and continents is proving very rapid and exponential. Humanity is at risk and stands at hazardous crossroads. Worldwide, the pandemic's impact on national health systems has been enormous. Even developed health systems feel the strain. Those of fragile developing economies are struggling to cope. The trans-border trajectory of the virus that makes us all neighbors, turn us all into each other's keepers. Above all, it recommends global partnerships across all divides that may have set us apart. We now have to join hands against this global threat while acting in unison within our immediate national neighborhoods. To date, national responses have been varied, with nations most affected or at great risk taking drastic, even draconian measures. These include complete lockdown of communities, towns, and cities in order to contain and check the spread of this virus. The social and psychological toll on communities has been unimaginable. Yet those measures are necessary. Impact on national economies, on international relations, and on trade has been severe and continue to escalate daily. Today, signs of national and global economic recession and the crisis are already in evidence. We thus have to act decisively, creating isolation centers where suspected cases are examined and or treated safely. Contact tracing and screening to guard against the spread through inter-country infections and in-country transmissions. Reinforcing national health systems and institutional framework for an effective response. Improving community hygiene awareness and citizen action, including self-isolation and voluntary travel bans, information dissemination, and general national awareness. Creating a special fund to enhance measures against the pandemic. Transnational cooperation and collaboration in line with the World Health Organization rules, regulations, and pronouncements. In our small way, encouraging interdisciplinary research into this pandemic for a more scientific understanding of the problem. Dear citizens, the pandemic has reached our region and we now have to escalate our national response. Above all, we must readjust our lives and behaviors, including foregoing certain fixtures, activities, and practices we had grown accustomed to in order to keep the pandemic at bay. This holds true at all levels, personal, community, and national level. Today, government deliberated on this looming threat and has decided to take additional measures to ensure that our national response is effective, comprehensive, and complete. 1. Government has decided that the coronavirus pandemic be declared a national disaster. This allows government to mobilize resources and take necessary measures in dealing with the pandemic. With immediate effect and for a unified and coordinated effort, I have directed that our national disaster management machinery extend its mandate and focus to dealing with the pandemic, with the Ministry of Health and Child Care as the lead agency. Weekly reports will have to be made to Cabinet. We thank our local, bilateral, international and multilateral partners for offering a helping hand, including additional funding, training, and upgrading and equipping of designated health facilities for effective response. 2, as already announced, government has curtailed unnecessary travel outside the country, especially to destinations in countries affected by the virus. That position remains in force. Travelers from high-risk countries are encouraged to postpone their travel arrangements to Zimbabwe for the next 30 days, starting from 20th of March 2020. Equally, Zimbabweans are discouraged from traveling to, through, and from high-risk countries during the same period. Non-essential travel must be avoided or discouraged by all of us. 3, while all our major entry points into the country will remain operational, screening, testing, and other World Health Organization recommended measures will be enforced vigorously. All designated small border crossings will stand closed down from now until further notice. 4, similarly, government is working with World Health Organization guidelines in handling and treating guests from other countries as they come into our country to stay with us. We continue to review this as necessary and strictly on the basis of available scientific evidence and information. Our response will neither be arbitrary nor reckless. To reduce the likelihood of infections and the spread of the coronavirus, government has now put all hospitals and the health facilities on a high alert for COVID-19 kits and other accessories for screening, handling, testing and treatment continue to be availed. More isolation and treatment centers are being identified, designated and equipped appropriately. 6, government has decided to postpone, curtail, or cancel public events, gatherings, and activities. In that respect, government has postponed the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair, ZITF. All national independence celebrations previously planned and the pending international sporting fixtures until the threat of coronavirus recedes. All these activities will resume as soon as we are satisfied that our nation is no longer at risk. The resources originally earmarked for these events will now be redirected towards strengthening our defenses against the coronavirus and towards drought mitigation. Gatherings of more than 100 people, including those for purposes of worship and weddings, stand suspended for the next 60 days, after which the suspension will be reviewed. 7, we must continue to heighten our vigilance, always acting with care, consideration, and compassion. Individuals presenting clinical symptoms of the virus must come forward for tests and attention, including embarking on voluntary social distancing and submitting to all other control measures deemed necessary for the collective good of our country. 8, with immediate effect, all government premises must be equipped for screening procedures. In the same spirit, government encourages businesses and other establishments to do the same, so our response is total and effective. Personal hygiene and the use of alcohol-based sanitizers must be encouraged in all situations. Likely, we have capacity to manufacture these sanitizers locally. In view of the fact that, number 9, in view of the fact that schools are only 2 weeks away from end of the first term, government has decided to keep them open, with the standard screening precautions being taken daily. Dates for reopening of all schools will be announced, taking into account realities on the ground. 10, a national communication task force on the virus and for disseminating accurate information and raising general national awareness on the pandemic will be immediately constituted. Should the situation escalate, government will not hesitate to take further and even more drastic measures for our common good. Going forward, our monthly national clean-up exercise must henceforth incorporate heightened awareness on the virus, including measures which experts recommend to ensure highest standards of public health. Fellow Zimbabweans, now is the time to show unity and purpose in our nation. We have to reach out to one another in fighting this deadly pandemic. It knows no political party, no ideological boundary, no color, no creed, no nationality. We either unite in fighting it, or it forces us together in shared grief. The choice is that stuck in ours to make. That choice is to be made now while there is still time. I count on you, fellow countrymen, on your support. So we went towards a virus-free Zimbabwe. None of the SADC countries have imposed or closed borders with another country. South Africa has not closed the borders with us. Botswana has not closed the borders with us. Zambia has not closed the borders with us. Mozambique has not closed borders with us. Zimbabwe has not closed any border with these countries. All what we have done, we have intensified the screening of our nationals as they transit between our neighboring countries. Regarding people coming from abroad, we are discouraging, we have not banned, we are discouraging those people to come to Zimbabwe, or our people going to high-risk countries. But if we receive any travelers from those countries, we quarantine them for 14 days before we allow them to mingle in Zimbabwe at port of entry.